Hello, greetings everyone. This is the next experiment in which we are going to see the RFID based authentication system which was previously implemented and monitored using the serial monitor in the present in the Arduino IDE. Now we are going to extend this experiment and we will be using a Bluetooth module for wireless transmission of data, and also we will be using a software which will be storing the data into the system. So the expected time to complete this experiment is 1 week, and the objective of this experiment is to identify the authorized and unauthorized individuals and communicate the unique identification number captured by the RFID tag reader to store the details and to transmit it using Bluetooth module. The expected outcome of this experiment is that the results should be stored in the database wirelessly as well as from the software present in the system itself, along with the timestamps. So these are the list of websites that we referred for implementing this project. The first one is the random node tutorials, which was referred for the pin connections of the Arduino with the RFID tag reader. The second one is for storing the data sensed, which will using a software called TerraTerm, which will be storing the data into an Excel sheet along with the timestamps and the individual information. The third website that was referred was for implementing the Bluetooth connection or the wireless connection between the system and the reading system. The fourth one was used for connection of Bluetooth with the Arduino Uno board. New concepts that we will be learning from this by implementing this experiment is that we will be able to store the sense data, the unique identification number and the name of the individual accessing the system into the Excel sheet with the help of the software TerraTerm. Also, in the second part we will be able to see the sense data via Bluetooth module into a Android smartphone. The requirements for this experiment is Arduino Uno board, RFID reader, RFID tags and Bluetooth module. This is a pin diagram for the implementation of this experiment. Here we can see the Arduino Uno board, Bluetooth module and RC522 RFID tag reader. The extension from the previous experiment is that the addition of Bluetooth module, where we have used the 4 pins of Bluetooth module, which is TX transmission, RX reception, ground and VCC. The RX pin of Bluetooth module is connected to the transmission pin of the Arduino Uno board, and the reception RX pin of the Bluetooth module is connected to the TX transmission mode of Arduino Uno board for serial connection between them. So this is the block diagram or the flow by which we are going to implement this experiment. Here we have an Arduino Uno board which has a RFID tag reader and a Bluetooth module connected to it. For the first part, that we will be storing the data into the Excel sheet, the Arduino Uno board is connected to the system, and the system has a software called TerraTerm. The software will turn .csv extension files into Excel sheets, which will be useful for documentation purposes. In the second part, we have the Bluetooth module, which we will be communicating with the Android smartphone using a Bluetooth terminal app. And the sensing part of the RFID tag reader is same, where the RFID passive tags will be approximated to the RFID reader, and it will validate or it will authorize its access to the system. If the database has the unique identification number of the individual, access will be granted, and if it does not have, it will deny the access. This is a program code for implementing this system. We will understand the code line by line into the Arduino IDE. This is the Arduino IDE. So like the previous experiment, here we have included a library for serial communication between the RFID tag reader and the Arduino. This is a library that will consist all the functions of the RFID tag reader. Then we have set and reset pin connections for the Arduino tag reader, and here the change that we have made is using the Teraterm software. We have to specify the date and time and the access that is given or that is denied or granted. For that purpose, we need to create an Excel sheet, and this will help to create columns in the Excel sheet. For that, we have the serial communication will initiate at baud rate of 9600 milliseconds, and rest all is like the previous experiment, where we need to approximate our card to the reader. The second loop is for locating the different cards that will be approximated to the system, and the system needs to sense only one of them. Now we can also see we have also kept the monitoring of from the Arduino IDE using the serial monitor by using the same set of commands. Now the change for using the Bluetooth module for wirelessly connecting to the database is we have to include this line of codes, and give access to two individuals. For in this experiment we have two individuals accessing the system, so we have mentioned their unique identification number along with their name. We can see here two unique identification numbers along with their names. So this data will be communicated wirelessly via Bluetooth module to the system, and only these two individuals will be able to access the system. Now we will be jumping to the hardware implementation of this part. This is the hardware implementation of RFID based secure authentication and storing the data using Bluetooth for wireless transmission of data. Here we have the same Arduino Uno board, RFID RC522 tag reader, Bluetooth module HC05, tag readers, and Android smartphone for Bluetooth to communicate wirelessly to the smartphone via Bluetooth app. Here we have already uploaded the program for the Bluetooth module to communicate with the smartphone. This program is we have present in Arduino IDE, and we have uploaded it to the Arduino board. Now what we are going to do is divide this experiment into two parts, where first we are going to use the software Teraterm, which is explained previously, to store the data into the Excel sheet, and second part we are going to use the Bluetooth module for communicating with the smartphone. So first we use the software using Teraterm. We sense the data and store it into Excel sheet, and thus the data will be stored for managing a database. Here we can store the data using timestamps, which will be helpful for identifying when and where the individual had accessed the system. So for this we are going to use a serial tag and approximate it to the tag reader. Now we are going to use second card. Now what the sensing will do is store all my data into Excel sheet, and here we can see the timestamps and the unique tag number and access given to an individual is shown. So we can add many more individuals into the database. For simplicity, I have only uploaded only two individuals. Now for the second part of the experiment, we have to use the Bluetooth module. So here we have to connect the Bluetooth module using any simple terminal Bluetooth application. Here we can see that the Bluetooth is connected to the app, and we are now going to approximate a card to the tag reader, and here we can see that the unique tag ID and the individual name is shown. We can conclude this experiment by saying that a system for individual authentication and authorization was implemented using Arduino and RFID tag reader and Bluetooth module. The sense data was communicated to smartphone using the Bluetooth terminal application. The timestamp of the individual accessing the system was also mentioned in the communicated data, and the unauthorized person accessing to the system was denied, and the data was stored in the mobile application. Storing the data in the system was made possible by using the software Terraterm, which converted .csv data to be used in Microsoft Excel, thus creating a database for the system. Thank you.